Jai Harihar to all the listeners. Welcome to episode 4 of Vishal Tarang. With me, I have our Guru, Shri Vishal Pranamvi.
Yes, Meenakshi. Hope you're
Welcome.
doing well.
I'm doing great, Vi. All in thy grace. Thank you, Vi.
Right.
धन्यवाद Vi.
Right.
आप कैसे हैं Vi?
I'm heavily fantastic as always.
Great, great Vi.
Yeah.
We welcome to episode 4 of Vishal Tarang.
Right.
We can I ask my today's question?
Yes.
We are in an earthly body. We are on an earthly plane. What is the most, or what are the most important matters, earthly matters that one needs to understand?
Okay. See, the first most important element is Earth. Okay. So because we are on Earth, so the earthly matter becomes the most important matter first. Okay.
Ji.
And when we speak of the earthly matter, so that means firstly we have to know the element Earth. Okay, that's the first thing. And as the word matter, it gives birth to another word called material.
Ji.
Okay, so matter, material. So from earthly physical matters of the earthly life, there are matters which are non-physical as well, because the state of matters changes. Nowadays, people know of states of matter as solid, liquid, gas, etc., etc.
Ji.
But there are different kinds of matters which are already working in a being. For example, there is a physical body, which is a physical solid matter material in your own hand.
Ji.
Okay. So the body becomes the first most important earthly matter for a being.
Ji.
Okay. Without that, the being cannot do anything on earth. Because when you come on earth, the only thing that you own, you have in your control, you can take care, and you can do something through is body.
Wow.
Right.
Ji.
So if body is minus from your beingness, you can't do anything on earth. You can't exist.
Ji.
Okay.
Ji.
And body is basically the representative of nature. So in my perspective, as I always say, that body is nature's miniature. Okay.
Ji.
How nature works, body is exactly the same. Okay. So nature of this realm that we are inside, which we call as Bhulok, so it has 5 elements.
Ji.
So as is the nature of the realm, so is the body of the realm.
Ji.
Right. So 5 elemental nature, 5 elemental body. Right. And the most important matter, earthly matter, first of all, for any being is their earthly body.
Great.
Okay. Now, other than earthly body, there are more matters. Okay. What are those matters? For example, there are matters which are non-physical. For example, your thought process, the way you're getting the thoughts. The thoughts are transmitted into you. You are attracting thoughts. You are generating thoughts. Okay, based on your nature, your sanskar, your behavior, your inputs, you are becoming more of a positivity, negativity, or a bliss attractor being who is attracting all those things towards oneself. So those waves are also matters which are non-physical, just like Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is not visible to everybody. Okay, you can't see, but it works. Similarly, the non-physical matter which is working inside the mind and the mind itself, they do exist, but they're not visible to the naked eye, like the air and space, but you can experience it, right? So that means there are matters, materials which you can see, perceive, feel, hold, control, and there are matters, materials which you can't see, but they still exist, but you can still do something about it. You can do certain discipline, you can control them, you can do certain way with them. Okay, so that means there are materials which are physical, visible, and there are materials which are physical but not visible. Right. So that means a being is dealing automatically with all of it. Okay. So the first most important thing on earth is the body, which is given to everybody. And that is, body is like more of earthly because we are on earth. And the first thing which is just beginning from your ground level is basically the ground that you're putting your feet onto, the ground that you're standing on, which is earth. So earth and the earthly body, it becomes the most important matter for any being, which I would say is like the chapter 1. Okay, if any being does not open the chapter 1 for themselves, then they cannot do anything about any other chapter of their life. If they don't know how to handle the first matter of life, the first matter of life is body. If they can't do anything about the first matter of their life, any other matter that they deal with or they think of dealing with, or they want to do something around it. Okay. So that is anyways a failure.
जी
Okay.
जी
So that means first important thing is material life. Okay.
जी
And nowadays there is a very popular idea that being has to be either material or spiritual.
जी जी
Okay. And then at the same time in spirituality there is a tribe called body, mind, spirit.
जी
Okay.
जी जी जी
So there is a lot of dichotomy around these things because people hardly understand that whether they have to be like material or they have to be spiritual. But I am saying you have to be sensibly material and then you have to be sensically spiritual.
जी
Okay, so there is the one underlying principle for dealing with any kind of matter, and that principle is called the principle of gaining sense.
perfect
Okay,
जी
so
जी
if anybody gains sense, so
जी
they can do something about any matter, whether it is the physical body matter or the earthly matter or any matters whatsoever, or any non-physical matter or their own spirit. Or if they don't want to deal with their own body, then you cannot be given access to deal with your spirit, which is more of a light matter. Okay, you can't do something with the earthly material. Body is earthly material. Okay, you can't do something around earthly material, then you cannot be given access to do something with the light material.
जी
Okay, beings who begin with the body,
जी
then they are gaining access to mind,
जी
their own mind I'm talking about. I'm not saying anybody else's mind, but their own mind also they can gain access if they do something about their body. They do certain body discipline, okay, certain basic like food, clothes, shelter, like inputs. Okay, then comes speech and speech discipline. So once they do these things, then they gain access to their own mind. They can see what exactly are the matters of mind
जी
lying inside them.
जी
Okay, just like a physical cleaning, there is a mental cleaning as well, which is called psychological cleaning. Okay, so if you don't know how to keep short cleaning of your physical matter called body, earthly material body, okay, then you cannot be given access to like more of airy material called mind. Of course, then you cannot be given material like access to your more lighter material called spirit. Okay,
even sukshma
which is more sukshma. So that means the three-dimensional world is more of a stool world. Okay, more of gross world. Okay, then the spiritual world is more of a sukshma world, and this journey is from three-dimensional to multi-dimensional.
जी
Okay, so then if you can't handle the gross material, earthly matter,
जी
material, earthly matters of your life, then you cannot gain access to your spiritual matters, which
जी
is chapter 3, let's say.
जी
Okay.
advanced
Right. So even in the earthly matter called body, that is chapter 1, and in that 1.1 is also like basically the earth element.
जी जी
Okay.
जी
So first three centers, first three elements, first three chakras, first three your own chapters basically are like earth, water, and fire. So that forms basically your primary education, primary understanding, primary knowing. So in my view, the most important matter for any being to handle on earth, firstly, is their own body. If they learn how to deal with their body, how to handle their own body, how to take care of their body, and they maintain it,
जी
because consistency is the key.
जी
Because maybe some beings are very consistent in disease, some beings are consistent in health,
जी
right?
जी
So similarly, some beings are consistent in discipline, some beings are consistent in indiscipline.
जी
Right. So that means the most important matter is the earthly body. And once you handle the earthly body, then you gain access to your another body, which is called the Manha Sharir, my mental body.
जी
Right. And then after comes the Atmik Sharir, okay, spirit body. So that's how one can understand the different states of matter for oneself. Okay, so this is what I would say, that one has to have some material sense first, and then after the spiritual sense comes. Yeah, so one can gain spiritual sense after one has gained actual proper like material sense. If there is no sense of materiality, then there cannot be sense of spirituality.
जी जी जी
Because spirit is light matter.
जी
So if you don't know how to handle even a solid body which is in your hand and within your reach, then you cannot be given access to do something which is beyond your reach.
जी
Mental body is not in your hand, it is inside the body.
जी
Spirit body is not in your hand, it is inside,
even more
even more,
जी
right?
जी जी
Correct.
जी
So that's how one should know that first of all, gaining sense about material body and doing certain material discipline is the most important factor for any being, most important matter of earthly life. And of course there is reason for giving everybody this body, 5 elemental body, star shaped body, which is more a 5 pointed star. So there is a 5 elemental discipline attached to it.
जी,
So one can begin with the discipline to handle and deal the earthly physical matter, and then after comes the mental body and the spirit body.
जी, 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 जी. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आज जो आपने हम लोगों का सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट मैटर डिस्कस किया, earthly body, physical body, our own body, no doubt is the most important matter while we are living on this earth, and then comes the mind and the spirit.
Right.
So आज के इस ज्ञान के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आपका एक एक शब्द सूक्ष्म है भी, एक एक शब्द समझने के लिए डिसिप्लिन चाहिए, आपका सानिध्य चाहिए और आपकी कृपा चाहिए.
Right.
धन्यवाद भी.
Right.
Thank you to everyone for listening and attuning to Vishal Tarang. Jai Hari Har.